Hi, it's Jenny, and today I'm going to show you how to make this glamorous, jewel-toned mixed media card. It's full of textures and layers and lots of fun techniques, so let's get started. I'm using a heavyweight cardstock for the base of my card, and I'm going to ink up a background stamp using StazOn ink. The StazOn ink is great to use for any of your mixed media projects because it's a layer that's not going to bleed or fade out when you use other mediums on top of it. Next, I grabbed this hexagon background stamp, and I just chose colors in the StazOn ink, blues and greens that really look great together, and I just randomly inked the stamp so it would be a mix of colors. While the ink was still wet, I sprinkled it with clear embossing powder just to seal off this layer completely, and then just heat set it. Now you can see I have white areas in my grid lines, and those areas did not have the ink over it, so it does not have the embossing powder over it either. So I wanted that to be not white, so I came back with Fireworks in the Pear Tart color, and I let it sit for just a few seconds on the paper, and then I used a paper towel to blot up the excess. And I just used my heat tool to help it dry a little bit faster. The Delicata Golden Glitz is my favorite gold ink ever. So of course, with this being a jewel tone type card, I wanted to incorporate this. So I took a brayer and just inked it up really well and just randomly rolled it over my card. And after I put some ink on, then I used my paper towel just to remove some of the excess ink, just so it really got the gold in the textures that were created with the Fireworks spray. The Irresistibles is another product that I am just crazy about. I took the gold of the Irresistible spray and just spritzed it diagonally across my background paper. And then another way that I like to use it, I took the Bahama Blue and just shook it well, and then I unscrewed the lid and just flicked the drops onto my paper. And this makes just a really beautiful textured, it looks almost like enamel on metalwork. Here you can see some of the gorgeous texture that we created, and that gold just working its way down in those crevices to really bring out the design. For me, no project is complete without some flowers, so I'm going to show you a really cool mixed media flower. I took some old dictionary pages and stamped it with Versamark watermark ink and heat embossed it with a gold powder. Since old dictionary pages can be kind of fragile, I found a really neat way to make them a little bit sturdier. So I took the Goosebumps spray, and instead of using it as a spray, I used just a paintbrush and painted in the areas of the flower so that you could still see the dictionary page, the writing, but it gave it almost a waxed paper kind of look. It's a really cool, neat texture. After my flowers were completely dry, I wanted to add some color to them. So I used the Radiant Neon line in electric purple and just used an ink blusher just to spread a little bit of the color across the areas where I had used the Goosebumps. And then I just cut out the flowers. And I decided it needed a little something else, so I went back to the Irresistibles and just sprayed a little puddle of this and used, this time, a stylus tip and just dipped it into the colorations and used it as a mark maker to make little dots on my flower center. As you can see, I didn't leave my background just plain. I used a Spellbinder's die to die cut the background and then layer my flowers up over it. And you can see a sentiment that I stamped using the VersaFine ink, which is perfect for any time you need a great detail. Thanks for stopping by my blog today. I hope you have fun getting inky in your own studio. Bye-bye.